Welcome to my tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful bracelet. And with this bracelet you can make it longer to turn it into an anklet. So let me show you the beads I used. So I've got a 4 variety of beads, and then I've just got my closures for the end of my bracelet. We'll be using a brick stitch. So what we'll do to start is put 4 pink beads through. And then I'm just going to put my needle through it again to secure these in place. And what I'll do is also tie a knot so it forms a nice square pattern. This will be the starting point of our bracelet. And as you can see, I tied a knot one more time. What I'm going to do now is go through the first bead and add a small silver bead. And I'll go through the next pink bead to get into this gap where I'll add another silver bead. And then in this gap as well, I'll add another silver bead. And in this gap, I'll add my final silver bead. This time I'm going through 2 beads to secure these in place. What I'm going to do now is add 4 green beads, and then I'll attach them to the top of this silver bead. And I'm going to do a very similar thing where I go through each bead and I add a silver bead in between each green bead. For this silver bead, what I'm going to do is put my needle through the green and silver bead to secure it in place. And then I'll put my needle through the green and silver bead here. And then I'll do that one more time here as well. And at this point, we're going to add 4 more pink beads, just like we added the green beads, and I'll attach it to this silver bead here. I'll flip my work around, and now we can start adding our silver beads. So let's flip our work around here and then add our 4 green beads. And between each green bead, go ahead and add your silver beads like I'm doing over here. When you reach this silver bead at the top, we're going to add our 4 pink beads again. So here's my 4 pink beads. I'm going to put my needle through this silver bead. And then what I'll do is add my smaller silver beads in between every pink bead here. Let's add our final silver bead here. I'm going to go through the pink and silver like so. And then I'll move up in the work so I can add my 4 green beads again. Over here, as you can see, I'm repeating the same pattern. So what I'll do is stop talking for a bit so you can watch what I'm doing. Right, now we've reached the top of this silver bead, it's time to add our 4 pink beads again. Let's add our last silver bead here, and then we'll add our 4 green beads. These 4 green beads that we add next, we're going to attach to the pink beads, so it'll form a nice little square pattern. So I'll show you how we do that. Add your 4 green beads as usual, add 1 silver bead at the top here, and in the next one you're going to join it with the silver bead in the pink square, like so. This will join the 2 together, and then you can go through the green bead and add your silver bead at the bottom here. Then what we'll do is in between, when we get to the silver bead here, we'll add our 4 light green beads. So I just thread it through the silver bead, add my light green bead, and thread my needle through the silver bead again. And I'll add my final light green bead here. I'm just going to weave around my work to make sure this is all secured and in place. This is the first section of our bracelet pretty much done. Now we're going to add another section. So what I'll do is move to the edge of this work after I've done weaving around. As you can see, I'm moving to the silver bead on the edge here. At this point, I'll grab my 4 green beads, as you can see, and attach it to the silver bead here. Go ahead and add your silver beads in between, as you normally would. So now I'm just going through my work to get to this silver bead on the edge here, and at this point I will attach my 4 pink beads again. The more you sort of practice this pattern, the quicker you'll be able to do it. As you can see, I'm finding it pretty quick and easy to work through these beads. I find with a lot of my bead crafts it takes quite a bit of practice, but it's really enjoyable. I mean, I'm finding this super fun to do. And at this point, we're just going to add our silver bead like so. And then I'll go up these 2 beads on the side here. And in this corner, what I'll do is add another 4 beads. And then in there, I'll add my silver beads. So that bit's also complete. Let's go ahead and work through to the silver bead at the top here. And what we'll do is add our 4 pink beads. You can see the pattern is really starting to form and it looks gorgeous. I've chosen pink, green and silver, but of course for your project you can pick any colors you like. Also, along with this bracelet tutorial, I do have a matching earrings tutorial for this on my channel, so please do go check it out. And what I'll do is try and list all the supplies that I've used in the description box below as well. So now at this point I'm adding my final 4 green beads, and these are the ones I will join to the pink beads. So I'll add my 1 silver bead at the top, and then the next silver bead I'll join from the pink like that, and then I'll go through the green bead in between these two and add my silver bead here. I'm going to leave the middle of this space blank, but you can add the green beads if you want to in the middle like I did with the first round. But for now I'm just going to skip to the edge of the silver beads in this row where I'll start adding my green beads. So if you're enjoying this tutorial so far, I would strongly advise you check out my channel because I have more tutorials on there. I have lots of bead jewelry tutorials and felt craft tutorials. In the future I'll also add in some resin tutorials, but for now I'm just sticking to bead jewelry and felt crafts. So really I'm just continuing what I have been doing for the past few rows. Here comes my pink beads, adding the silvers in between. So in this section of the bracelet, when we get to the end of it, you'll see that I add my 4 lighter green beads in the middle. We're getting closer towards the end of this section here, so I'm just adding my silver beads in, and then I'll add my last green round in after this. Please remember that when we get to the green, we have to attach it to the pink, so it's done slightly differently. You can see here that I attached it from the bottom and I'm working my way up and I'll add my final silver bead here. This helps me get into the middle where I add my 4 lighter green beads. So as you can see, I'm going to move from the pink bead towards the silver bead in the middle. And now we can start adding our lighter green beads. For now, I'm just going to continue doing this pattern until my bracelet gets a bit longer. So feel free to keep following what I'm doing and watching this in your own time. Or if you want, you can skip to the end of the video where I show you how I complete the bracelet. So I've made my bracelet long enough for my wrist. Please do measure yours for your own measurements. And what I'm going to do now is just weave through here and tie in a knot to make sure my work is secure. And I'm just going to do that slightly more because I really like to make sure my beads won't fall out. When you feel it secure enough, cut the thread off. Let's go ahead and add the end bits. So I've got this type of closure. I'm going to get my jump ring and put it through the middle of this seed bead right here. And on this end, I'm going to attach this piece. And with the other end, we'll do a similar thing where I'll attach the other piece of the closure. So I'll get my jump ring, put it through this seed bead. I'll attach this closure to it and secure that in place. I really love how this bracelet's turned out. This was so much fun to do. Let me know what you guys thought of this tutorial in the comments. And if you're going to be making your own, let me know what colors you'll be using. I really hope you've had fun watching this tutorial. I'm going to come up with a few more patterns and ideas for the next tutorial, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a lovely day, everyone.